Villisca, Iowa. Monday, the 10th of June, 1912. A little after 7 in the morning. The Moore house had been quiet since the night before, which in a town of 2,000 people is the sort of thing a neighbor notices. Mary Peckham lived next door. By 7 o'clock, she had been up for some time, and the Moores had not. No chores, 6 children in that house, and not one of them outside. She went to the door and knocked. Nobody came. She sent for Josiah's brother. Ross Moore had a key. He knocked as well. He called out. He waited on the porch a while, the way a man does when he doesn't want to let himself into his brother's house uninvited. Then he opened the door. There was a lamp on the table in the parlor, still burning, turned down so low it lit almost nothing at all. Ross Moore opened the parlor door at about 7:15 on a bright June morning, and he did not come back out for a long time.
That's not Vermont.
No.
Where is it?
Iowa, Illinois, Kansas, Colorado.
Iris, the line was Vermont. The line was 8 square miles. That was the whole...
The line didn't produce.
So what's this?
Villisca, Iowa, June of 1912. A family of 6 and 2 children who were staying the night. All 8 killed in their beds with an axe, sometime between midnight and 5 in the morning. Nobody was ever convicted.
8?
6 of them under 12.
That's a murder. That's a 100-year-old cold case. That's not what we do.
It's what I do. In the 18 months around it, there were at least 4 more. Same region, same method. And in more than one of them, the same 3 things afterwards.
Which 3?
The lamp. Every scene, an oil lamp, taken from somewhere in the house and set burning with the wick turned down as low as it would go. Not extinguished, not left alone. Adjusted. Enough light for one person to work by. The faces were covered. Cloth, bedding, whatever was to hand. And the mirrors were covered. Every reflective surface in the house.
Why would you cover the mirrors?
There's an old practice. When someone dies in a house, you cover the mirrors so the dead don't see themselves and stay. It's in a dozen cultures. It's still done.
Or he didn't want to catch his own reflection. You're building a ritual. I'm looking at a man with an axe who couldn't stand seeing himself holding it. Same 3 facts. Mine doesn't need a folk practice.
Yours doesn't explain why it repeats in 4 states.
Neither does yours. It just makes it sound like it does. You had a line, 4 points, 60 meters, 1 in 900. You had a number, Iris. Now you've got a feeling about lamps.
Mace.
No, I'm asking a real question, because from where I'm standing, the line didn't work, so we're on to the next shape. And I'd like to know what happens when this one doesn't work either.
Then I'll be wrong again. You may find this hard to believe, Marcus, but I've considered the possibility.
Is there anything there? Physically, is the house...
The house is still standing. It's preserved. No electricity, no plumbing, the way it was.
People go in it?
People sleep in it.
For fun?
For money, mostly. There's a caretaker.
Of course there is.
The two who were staying over, the guests. How old?
8 and 12.
If I go out there and it's a man, and I can show you it was a man, do you take it off the board?
If you can show me.
That's not a yes.
No, it isn't.
Iowa's 14 hours.
Then somebody else is driving the first half.
It's smaller than I thought.
They're all smaller than you think.
How far is the nearest neighbor? 40 feet?
Mary Peckham. She's the one who noticed.
feet.
You found it all right.
We did. Mr. Rourke?
Emmett's fine. You're the ones who called about the overnight.
That's us.
Well, come on up out of the sun. It's brutal today. So the house is 1868, built by a fellow named Marcus Wilson. No relation to anything. The Moores bought it in 1903. Josiah worked for a farm implement company, did well for himself, bought the store off Frank Jones. That's the thing people latch onto, the Jones business.
The senator.
You've read up.
A little.
Then you know more than most who come through. Mind the step. It's original. No electric, no plumbing. It's the way it was. There's an outhouse, which people find charming for about an hour.
Is it okay if I...
Film whatever you like. People do. You get better at it than I do.
How long have you been looking after it?
19 years next spring.
That's a long time.
It's a house. It needs somebody. Roof, mostly.
The house was locked in the morning. Ross needed a key to get in.
That's right.
So either it locked behind him when he left, or he stopped on his way out and locked it.
Most people don't like that part.
No, I don't imagine they do.
Can I ask you something a bit off topic?
Go on.
You get people staying the night. What are they mostly after?
Ghosts, mostly.
And do they get them?
They get a very uncomfortable night on a 100-year-old floor is what they get.
So you're not a believer?
I've been in this house 19 years. If there was something in it, I'd think it would have said hello by now. People hear the floors. It's an old house. The floors talk. They hear the floors, and they've read the story and their heads do the rest. I don't blame them for it. I'd probably do the same if I only had one night in here.
That's the most sensible thing anyone said to me on one of these in a year.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you to make it more interesting.
Mr. Rourke? Emmett. The mirrors.
The mirrors.
All of them were covered. Every reflective surface.
That's right.
Do you have a view on why?
I've heard the superstition, the dead seeing themselves. And I've heard the other one, that he didn't want to look at himself.
Which do you find more likely?
Oh, I've no idea. I keep the roof on. I'll leave you to it. I'm about the place if you need anything. I don't go far.
He was nice.
He was...
Yes.
Let's get to work. Front door is there. Lamps on the table in the parlor. He takes it. Then this. You can't take these fast. Not in the dark. There's a turn. Right here. And if you don't know it's coming, you go straight into the wall. He knew it was coming. No door. You come up these stairs and you're at the foot of their bed. No landing, no hall. Nothing between the stairs and the people asleep in here. He was in the room before they'd have heard the last step. And then he covered the mirror. Parents first. Then in here. It's nothing. 4 steps. They were 4 steps from help that was already gone. Four of them. In one room. And he had the lamp.
Both girls in one bed. 8 and 12. They were guests. They weren't even supposed to be here. You're quiet on your feet.
It's my house. I know where it's quiet.
You knew which room I'd start in.
Of course I did. I'll let you work.
They found a pan of water by the pump. Blood in it, like he washed his hands. and there was food out. Bacon. A plate. He killed 8 people, and then he thought about breakfast.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there.
I don't take up much space.
It's a man. Start to finish, it's a man.
I know it's a man, Marcus. It's always a man. That was never the question.
Then what's the question?
Why this one did what he did after.
He was in the house before dark, waited, came down when they were asleep, took the lamp because he needed some light, but not enough to be seen from outside, turned it down so a passing neighbor sees a dark house. That's not ritual, that's tradecraft.
He washed his hands. There was food out.
Because he wasn't in a hurry. Nobody woke up, nobody was coming. He had all night. A calm man in a house full of...
And the mirrors?
Couldn't look at himself.
Every mirror, every reflective surface. In the dark, by a lamp turned down to nothing, a man who is not in a hurry stops and covers the glass. In 4 different houses, in 4 different towns. That's not a man who couldn't look at himself, Marcus. A man who couldn't look at himself turns one mirror around and gets on with it. This is a practice. He did it every time. It was part of the thing for him.
Or he read about the first one in the paper and copied it.
Or that. I can't rule that out. Neither can you.
So we've got a careful man who covered mirrors, and we'll never know why, because the town walked through the scene before anyone thought to write down where the bodies were.
We'll never know why. That's usually where I come in.
So what do we do tonight?
We sit in a 100-year-old house in the dark and prove nothing. Same as always.
Speak for yourself. I'm not going up those stairs.
The hell? He watched me put that camera in. He knew right where it was. He waited till we weren't looking, and he looked right at it. He left that for us.
I'm just saying, whatever we get in there tonight, it's a house at night with 4 tired people in it. That's not evidence. That's a sleepover.
Nobody's asking you to believe anything, Marcus. Just to write down what happens.
Nothing's going to happen. Houses don't do anything. People do things.
Hey, can I show you
Getting your strength up, good. It's a long night in there if you don't.
We've done a few.
I don't doubt it. You get everything you needed? Off the cameras?
Yeah. Got some good stuff.
I'll bet you did.
They found cigarette ends up here. 2 of them. Right about here. He didn't break in at midnight. He was already in the house. Came up here before dark while they were still awake. Sat down and waited. They had supper, put the kids to bed, said their prayers maybe. And the whole time, he's up here, smoking, listening to them through the floor, waiting for the house to go quiet. Hours. He sat up here for hours. With all the time in the world. And to think of it, it almost smells like cigarette up here. It must be in my mind.
May still up?
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah.
Everything okay up there?
Mace is fine.
There.
Not now.
You come up here.
It's the quietest room in the house.
Is it? The others think you're a lonely man who spent too long in a sad house.
I am a lonely man who's spent too long in a sad house.
Yes. But that's not all of it.
No, it isn't.
How long have you known?
Known what?
That there's something wrong with this house, and that you don't mind it. That you'd rather be in here, in the dark, than anywhere else.
19 years. You get used to a thing. And then you get to where you'd miss it. I don't expect that makes sense to the one who wants it to be a man.
No, it wouldn't.
But it makes sense to you.
What is it? The thing you don't mind.
You'll feel it before you leave. You already have, or you wouldn't be sitting in here with me. You're not like the others. You should be careful of that.
So, for the record, nothing, right? Everybody got nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Great. 4 professionals. A whole night. And we've all got nothing. You look pleased with yourself.
Do I?
You always look pleased when you decided something. Even when you can't show me a damn thing.
I can't show you a thing, Marcus. You're right about that. You're always right about that.
Let's go.
You made it through then.
We usually do.
Most people do. You'd be surprised how few come back, though.
Thank you, Emmett, for the access.
Anytime. I mean that. Safe drive. It's a long way back to wherever you came from.
I need to show you guys something.
If it's footage of a floorboard, Ren, I swear to...
It's not a floorboard. Yesterday, when I was setting up the cameras, Emmett was around the whole time. Watch the one in the kitchen.
When was that?
While we were all in the other room, nobody was near the camera. Nobody was looking at him. He waited until we weren't, and he looked right at it.
He knew where the camera was.
That's my...
He watched you install it. You just said so. A weird, lonely guy who spent 19 years running a murder house watched you put a camera on his shelf, and later he looked at it. That's not evidence, Ren. That's a strange man being strange.
You didn't see his face.
I'm looking at his face right now. It's a man looking at a camera.
He told me he left it for us.
What?
Last night, in the dark. He said we were the first ones in a long time who'd know what we were looking at.
And you're only mentioning this now.
You'd have said he was a lonely man being strange. You'd have been right.
He looked right at us. And we're the ones driving away spooked. He's back there having his coffee.
The Moore family had lived in Villisca for 9 years. Josiah managed a farm implement business. Sarah kept the house and led the children's program at the Presbyterian Church. They were, by every account, an ordinary and well-liked family. Josiah, 43. Sarah, 39. Herman, 11. Catherine, 10. Boyd, 7. Paul, 5. On the evening of June 9th, 1912, the family attended the Children's Day program at the church. Sarah had organized it. 2 of the children's friends, Ina Stillinger, 8, and her sister Lena, 12, were invited to spend the night. They walked home together around 10 o'clock. 8 people went to sleep in that house. By morning, all 8 were dead. Sometime that evening, before the family came home, a man let himself into the house. He went up to the attic, and he waited. Investigators later found 2 cigarette ends up there, where he had sat in the dark, listening to the family come home and put the children to bed and go quiet. When the house was still, he came down. He took a lamp and he turned the wick down until it gave almost no light at all. He used an axe. It belonged to Josiah. He had left it by the coal shed. He first went for the parents, then to the children's room, then back down to the 2 girls asleep in the downstairs bedroom. It is believed to have taken him some time. There is no indication that anyone woke. When he had finished, he did several things that have never been explained. He covered the faces of the dead. He covered every mirror in the house and the 2 windows he could not otherwise darken. He left a pan of bloody water by the kitchen pump where he had washed. On the table, a plate of uneaten food, a piece of bacon, wrapped in a dish towel on the floor. He was not in a hurry. He left the axe against the wall in the downstairs bedroom, and he locked the doors behind him when he left. Nobody saw him come. Nobody saw him go. It was a neighbor, Mary Peckham, who noticed the house was too quiet the next morning. Josiah's brother let himself in and found what was inside. Within hours, word spread, and people came. Neighbors, townsfolk, the curious. Dozens of them walked through the house before anyone thought to secure it. Whatever the killer had left behind, a footprint, a fingerprint, a trace of who he was gone by noon. Walked through, picked up, carried out as souvenirs. In 1912, in a town that size, there was no one who knew how to stop it. The answer to who did this may have been in that house that morning. It did not survive the day. There were suspects. A traveling minister named George Kelly, who confessed, then recanted, and was tried twice and acquitted. A local businessman, Frank Jones, who had reason to dislike Josiah Moore. A rumor that followed him the rest of his life and was never proven. A serial killer named Henry Moore, no relation, convicted of similar murders elsewhere, and others. None of them stuck. 2 trials, no conviction. More than a century later, the Villisca axe murders remain unsolved.
Two isn't a pattern, Iris.
No. 2 is a line.
2 is a coincidence with ambitions.
Then find me the 3rd and prove me wrong. He said we'd feel it before we left. I did.